Hello beauties, I hope you're all doing fantastically. So this is gonna be so much fun. I've seen this going around. This is like, how well do you know your books book tag. It's amazing because it's like a game but you play with yourself, and I love games and I also don't have that much friends, so this is amazing. I love it. Let's get started. I think there's 28 questions and I've done like a random number generator type of thing. No matter how I've organized it, it doesn't matter. What's fun is that it's random, and we'll see how well I know my books. This is without the comics and manga. So let's get started. So the first one is shelf 13, book 15. So, okay, shelf 13 is this one. Book number 15 is The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, and the question is, without looking at the description, tell us what the book is about. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I can tell you what the series is about. This is like a supernatural vibe kind of story. It follows this character called Blue, and she meets these like 3 boys that she gets along with, and one of them has like power-ish, and they're all searching for this like dead king, following these landlines. And yeah, it's a basic story, but to be honest, I don't remember what this one is about specifically. I know the ending, I know which romances I'm supposed to ship, but I'm gonna give myself a point for that because I do remember this book. Next one is shelf 8, book 13. That's my bottom shelf. Book 13 is All Rights Reserved by Gregory Scott Kasulis. What is the question I'm supposed to answer? Without looking it up, what's the genre of this book? And this one is easy. This is a dystopian sci-fi. Takes place in this like new world where all the words you say you have to like pay for because everything is copyrighted. So yeah, dystopian, YA. The next one is shelf 9, book 32. That's my classics. Next one, which is without looking at the cover, what is on the cover? And this is The Little Prince, so it's the little prince on the cover, naturally, and then there's like this planet and a bed of stars, I think. This is actually an old French edition, so it's like ancient. Look at that. I'm right, naturally. I should probably read the questions first so I don't like ruin the questions for myself. I feel like I'm really killing these easy questions, as I should be, and it's getting harder because the next question is, what's the name of the main character? And names is not really my thing, so it is also shelf number 9, which is classic, so I'm totally gonna fail at this. And book 26. Oh my god! Guys, I am so lucky. So this is Wuthering Heights, and I haven't read Wuthering Heights, and I haven't seen the movie, but my mom and I, we made like a lot of jokes about this, and it's also like I know the guy is called like Heathcliff, and the girl is like, oh, this is so annoying. Because it's like that whole scene where they're running towards each other. It's like, da-da, Heathcliff, no, Heathcliff. And the character's name, oh my god. I haven't read this though, so does the fact that I got one of the main characters right? Because I don't remember the girl's name, but I haven't read it. I don't know. This is so hard. Okay. Kathy! Okay. I wouldn't have gotten that though. Kathy Heathcliff. Okay. It is Heathcliff, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll give myself half a point. The next one is shelf 7, book 26 again. Okay, so the next one I got is Carrie by Stephen King, and what if I got this one for the last one and then the last one for this one? Because this question is, without looking, name a side character. And Heathcliff is obviously one of the side characters, and Carrie's the main character, so I guess that was just very unlucky. A side character in this, I have no idea. I mean, the guy she likes, his name is Tommy Ross, and there's no way I would have gotten that. So, no, I didn't get this one. Alright, the next one is shelf 15, book 26 again. No, 24. And you can't really see it, but I have like a trolley here. Whoa! And that's shelf number 15. So let's count from the top. Ooh, this is a hard one. Okay, this is Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman. And the question is, without looking, guess how many pages this has? I know this is 400 something. I'm gonna guess it's 429. Okay, guys. I must have known this because it is actually 429. Girl! Wow. I mean, it does have 2 pages of acknowledgement, so the actual is 432, but the book ends at 429. Talented. The next one is shelf 11, book 15, and this is... What rating did you give this book? Alright, the book it landed on is Mostly Harmless by Douglas Adams, and I actually recently read this. And I think I gave it 4 stars. I'm pretty sure it was 4 stars. But I'm gonna check just in case. What do you know? I gave it 4 stars. 1 point for moi. Question number 8 is, without looking, where does this book take place? And this is shelf 12, book 19. And I was doing so well. I got this book. This is The Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne, and I'm gonna assume this takes place anywhere from above the Earth to the center of the Earth. I mean, it's just a wild guess, but that is what I'm assuming. The correct answer is Iceland. Okay, the next question is kind of weird because it's not always you read books with parents in them, but the next one is, without looking, what are the names of the parents in this book? Which is also like, why would I know that? Let's count the trolley. So this is another book I haven't read. This is Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. There is actually a set of parents in this book, but beats me if I know their name. And you know what? I'm not gonna look it up because I'm a badass. I don't want to waste my time. Point is, I don't know it. The next question is, what is the color of the dust jacket underneath the hardback? And I don't own that many hardbacks, so if I'm lucky, I'm gonna land on one. If not, I'll take the closest one. So this is shelf number 4, book 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the closest hardback that I got, the Light Tree. And I know that this cover underneath is black, and it has like a teal / turquoise shining thing in the middle. I think it is a tree in the middle. Ha! Gotcha. But I don't own that many hardbacks, so it's not very hard job. Question 11 is also hardback questions. Where are the pocket questions? I have loads of those. So the next one is there an image or something on the hardback? And this is also shelf number 5, book number 17. The closest hardback I found is this one, and it doesn't have anything under the just jacket. It's just hardback. So that's why I'm not looking at the screen right now. It is a ship and waves that is like a shimmery orange gold color. Oh yeah, it's on fire. I forgot that. And there's no waves. Oh yeah, there kind of is waves. I'll count it. Question number 12 is another hardback question. When is this gonna end? What is the color of the font on the hardback? And this is shelf number 7, book 22. So I didn't have any like hardbacks in that shelf, but I took it in centimeter distance. The one that was closest is Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. I think the underneath it's a black one, and the font is like silver. It's not. It's like bronze colored. I guess I should have known that. Oh well. Question number 13. Do the chapters have numbers or titles? And this is shelf 4, book 27. Oh, that's such a hard one. This is like one of the first real books I ever read, and I really hated it, and I was way too young to read it. This is The Alchemist by Michael Scott. I really hate this book, but ooh, so long I read it. I'm gonna assume it has numbers actually. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, it is written out. It says chapter 12. I'm gonna say that's a number. Point to me! Next one, does the book have like an award stamp on it or something? It just says has an award. Does it have an award? Does it say on the cover? This is shelf 10, book 27 again. Book number 27 is something demonic. This book, and it does not, in fact, have an award stamp on it or a award title. And I'm right. Next one is, without looking, does this book have any author blurbs on the cover? And this is shelf number 1, book 29. Here you guys see, I don't. This is Killing Commendator by Haruki Murakami. I'm gonna guess this doesn't have a blurb. Crazy. Look, nothing. Not even on the back side. No author blurb. On the inside, does that count? Well, it doesn't have an author blurb, to be specific. It has a blurb by Observer, one of the most influential novelists of his generation. Yeah, I know Observer. I'm gonna count that as a point because there's no author blurbs. Next one is, does this book have a description on the back? Shelf 13, book 20. So the book I picked up is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and this definitely has a blurb on the back. Yep, there it is. I mean, description, of course. Shelf 9, book 13 is the question, does this have an author photo? And this one I think is pretty easy. I gotta know this one. This is a hard one actually. I got To Kill a Mockingbird, and this is a classic. So I'm actually gonna say it doesn't have an author photo because that's my instincts, even though it is a classic. And what do you know? Your girl Wilma strikes through. It doesn't have an author photo. Shelf 11, book 25. The question is the author using a pen name? And this is something I rarely actually look up, so let's see. I got Scarlet, second book in the Lunar Chronicles, written by Marissa Meyer, and I think Marissa Meyer is not a pen name. I'm almost 100% sure. The next one is it written in first or third perspective? Shelf number 2, book 21. This is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and this is written in third person. I'm also 100% sure. Yeah, it is. Question 20, another easy one. Does this book have any graphics or pictures in it? And this is shelf 5, I believe, book 16. Here we have The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and this does not have any graphics in it. It does have a map, I believe, but I don't think that really counts as a graphic. Other than that, no. I mean, I was right anyway, so. Shelf 14, book 20. Does this book have an epilogue? Alright, here we have Say Her Name by Juno Dawson. I think I actually read this as the last book I ever read before I started BookTube, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna say it does have an epilogue. You know what? This is a hard one. It doesn't, like, the chapters stop on chapter 29, and then it has 1 week later, and there's a news article afterwards. So, like, is that an epilogue? Technically, no. But it is like a chapter after the chapters end, so you know what? I'm giving myself like half a point because it's my game now. The next one is, does this book have a prologue? And the bookshelf for this is bookshelf 12, book 10. The book I got is The Refrigerator Monologues by Kathleen M. Valente. I'm saying this doesn't have a prologue. It just jumps straight into the story. Yeah, it doesn't really have a prologue. Question number 23, is this book signed? I only own like 2 signed books, so I can already tell you no, it does not. Shelf 4, book 21. The Disappearances by Emily Bain Murphy. This is not signed. Nope. Question number 24. There's awfully a lot about like how they look, but 24 is, does this book have like any decorations above or below the page numbers? It's a random one, I know. Shelf 12, book 34. Number 34 is Every Day by David Levitin. I actually have a book review for this. It was like one of my first ones. It does not have any design over the page numbers. And I am correct. Do the book have any like designs on them? On the chapters? You understand what I'm saying? It's been a long day and it's just like soon 2 o'clock. Shelf number 14, book 26. So actually we already had that book. We already had Carrie, so I chose the one next to it to make it more exciting. This is Sanctum, the second book in the Asylum series by Madeleine Roux. Do this have chapter headers? I think, or like chapter design. I know it has pictures in it. I'm gonna say yes, actually. Living Dangerously. Oh, Oh yes, it does. It does have chapter designs. 26 is a hard one. Are the acknowledgements in the front or the back of the book? And for this one we have shelf 13, book 35. There's so many books that like are coming up that I read ages ago. This is Leaving Paradise by Simone Elkelis, and I'm gonna assume that the acknowledgements are in the back of the book, but then there's like a special mention in the front of the book to who the book is like dedicated to. I was wrong. So the book dedication is in the front and the acknowledgements are also in the front. What year was this book published? This is shelf 8, book 22. This is so terrible. Okay, so I still have this. I don't know why, but this is a Twilight behind the scenes book. When was this published? Twilight was released like what? 2007. The movies like later. So I'm gonna guess this was released 2010? Oh, 2009. So close. I basically said it. And the next one is the book next to it. What year did you read this book? And for that, it's like impossible to know. This is Breaking Dawn, the Norwegian one, when I read it, by Stephanie Meyer. When I read this, I finished it. I think I finished it before I moved to Sweden, so that was like 2010, I believe, but there's no actual way of checking this, unfortunately. But I'm gonna give myself a point because I know I'm right. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I had really fun doing this. I mean, you just wasted like 20 plus minutes of your life watching this. Me being weird about it. My batteries are about to run out. So I hope you guys all have a brilliant, brilliant day. I got 20 out of 28, so beat that. Why am I getting all sassy? I don't know why I'm doing this. Have a great magical day. Keep loving books, keep reading, stay hydrated, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!